All right, let's try this. New channel here. A little bit about me. I've been collecting for 10 years. I'm not new to YouTube. I did have an old channel. Some of you actually may recognize my voice, but basically I moved, I changed cities, I changed jobs, and I also just needed a break from YouTube. But now I'm back on this new channel and really excited about it. So I have for you here a New York Comic Con haul plus some other stuff too. And yeah, let's get into it. Really excited to be doing comic book hauls and talking comic books again. So subscribe and like and comment. You know, really excited for the discussion here too. So I attended New York Comic Con earlier this month. It was average in attendance, which I guess for anyone who's been to Comic Con before in New York would tell you that it's usually a jam-packed. It wasn't jam-packed this time, but I guess that's just kind of where we are, right? So, this first book, Strange Tales Annual number 2. This was one that I had on my list for a really, really long time, pretty much as long as I've been collecting. I'm a big Silver Age collector, and with that, I really love The Amazing Spider-Man. But this book I could never really just get, for whatever reason, at the right grade and price point. But I saw this at the Comic-Con and the seller wanted $300. I got him down to $250, which I felt was a steal. It's a solid mid-grade copy, probably not as bright as it could be, but no creases, no stains, nothing missing. Square-bound books like this are really tough with the binding, but the spine is great. And for those of you who don't know, Overstreet considers this the 4th appearance of Spider-Man. Some people say it might not be that early. Might actually be like his 6th appearance, but Overstreet, I'll take their word for it. In any case, it's an early appearance of Spider-Man, and those are incredibly pricey. So very happy to have this. And just one thing, if you didn't notice, Spider-Man doesn't have a symbol on his chest, so thank Jack Kirby for that. All right, next book, we have Tales to Astonish 52. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Black Knight. Getting some love right now because of Kit Harington portraying the Black Knight in the Eternals movie. There are basically 3 versions of the Black Knight. The first was released in 1955, and then that character died and was replaced by this one. And this is Nathan Garrett, who's actually a villain, not a hero. The one that comes after this is Dane Whitman, and he debuted in Avengers 47 and 48. This one died in Tales of Suspense 73. But this book is seeing a lot of love right now because technically it is the character's first Silver Age appearance, but just be aware that it's not the same version of Black Knight. This one's getting pricey, probably like a $150 to $200 book in this sort of shape, but I did pick this up at Comic-Con. And I guess that's all I want to say about that one. Just beware with this one. Here's another book that I've really been hunting for a long time. That's Flash 128, first appearance of Abracadabra. With this book, there's always like some kind of a major flaw. Either it's all creased up, or it's dirty, or there's some kind of issue with the staples. This book here is fully intact. It's got no major creasing, though there are some little creases at the corners. Staples are fully attached, and that's really important. I paid $50 for this book out the door at Comic-Con, and I, honest to God, would have paid $80. Some DC books are just really soft, you know, that you're not seeing the rise in price points like you are with the Marvel books. And I'm trying to take advantage. I actually sold a lot of DCs a year or so ago to help finance some bigger Marvel purchases, and I'm slowly trying to get the DC books back. But this is one I never owned because, again, great in price point, it just wasn't there. But I'll tell you, there was really a scarcity of copies of this in the shape that I wanted. Like, they just didn't exist. And then this is an interesting book too. This is Challengers of the Unknown 14. If you go back issue hunting, chances are if you stumble upon Challengers of the Unknown, if you find Silver Age stuff, it'll be like issues 30 or 40 onward. Really hard to find the earlier stuff. This is a 10-cent DC after all, but an interesting character. This is the first appearance of Multi-Man. He has some affiliations with the Suicide Squad and the Injustice League, and basically his power is that every time he dies, he's reincarnated with a new set of powers. So I think that's pretty cool. And this is another book that I had owned in the past, and I sold off, and I was eager to get it back. So I was able to do that at Comic-Con from the same guy, actually, from whom I bought the Strange Tales Annual. And this is another book I was super eager to grab at Comic-Con. This is All-Star Western 117, first appearance of Madam 44. It's a tough book to get, another 10-cent DC. I like some of the Westerns, and this is one I had been hunting for probably 2 years. You see them pop up every now and again on eBay, but generally this will go for, 50 to 75, sometimes more. So I really got to pick that up. And then there was a guy on the last day of the con. I went for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. On the last day on Sunday, he was just put everything at 50% off. So I found this in his bins. This is Amazing Spider-Man 565. It's the first appearance of Anna Kravinoff. So that was $2.50. And I also found the Amazing Spider-Man 679.1 John Tyler Christopher variant. I paid $2.50 for that with the half off discount. And then really happy to find this. This is a book that I put off buying for years and years and years, but for $5 now it's mine, in pretty nice shape. First appearance of Mordrew. Yeah, Venture Comics 369. And then here, this was probably the last one I got. Champions 22. I passed this book up a little while ago. I want to say a year and a half, and I regretted it because I had an opportunity to get it for cover price. And, obviously paying $8 for it, as you can see there, that's a great deal. But yeah, first appearance of Braun. You have an aging Bruce Banner in the MCU. Who knows how long? We're going to see Hulk. Obviously, She-Hulk is coming out, but the price point on Amazing Fantasy 15, the modern one with Amadeus Cho, that is getting really expensive. So this is kind of a sleeper book for me, one I've been eager to grab, and there's a crossover in this book, obviously, with Ironheart and Sam Alexander Nova. So that's pretty cool. And then that's it for the New York Con. Local store for me. Just got a new collection. A guy came in with a shoebox full of comic books. Usually his prices are pretty good, so I bought this off of him. This is my third copy of this. Marvel Premiere 1, first origin story, I guess, of Adam Warlock. And there was the casting announcement for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Warlock. So I guess you could say I'm hoarding copies of this book. And he had, he told me that one of the books was an Amazing Spider-Man 129, and he said it was in really nice shape with maybe just a little bit of water damage on the back cover, but he sold it for $800. So I guess that's a good hint into what his pricing is like. Here's another one. This is a double two. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 64. I've always liked this book. I actually have to see if this is an upgrade for me. And if you're a Spidey fan and you're intimidated at all by the newer prices for some of those earlier Amazing Spider-Man keys. I think this is a great starter first issue. You know, this is an easy one to get. This is like a $50 book perpetually. I like the cover, and Cloak and Dagger are pretty cool. I don't know what the deal is with their current TV series, but a great book to own nonetheless. This is a book that I've noticed is rising in price. Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 6 is the first appearance of American Eagle. I'm seeing a lot of these on eBay going for $15, $20. I'm not sure why, but basically this character, Jason Strongbow, he's a Navajo Native American, and he's got a few interesting powers. He has a crossbow, and he can run fast, and he's got super speed and all that, but he's got some affiliation with the Thunderbolts, I believe, and he's crossed over with the Thing a few times. So that's pretty cool. That is not, I don't think that is Kang the Conqueror on the cover. I think that's Ulysses Claw. So if this is a book, I think that you can go to your local comic book store, and chances are it's in the back issue bin. But if it is, it's probably going to be at the end because it is an annual, and I paid $4 for that. I was really thrilled to see this too, $6. Wolverine Origins number 10, the variant, first appearance of Daken, the son of Wolverine. No brainer to pick it up for $6. I see people asking, and I don't know how much they sell for, but you could check so easily, but people usually ask around $30, $35 for this. And then just gonna round out with some dollar books, I guess, from the same store. He always kind of peppers in dollar books here and there. These aren't in Mylar. This is kind of how I got them, but you have Uncanny X-Men 450, the first X-23 crossover with the Uncanny X-Men, and New Avengers 11, first appearance of Ronin, and New Avengers 27, when I believe it's revealed that Hawkeye is Ronin, heating up there. And then New Avengers 7, first appearance of the Illuminati. And then just a couple more back issue bin books, I guess. I messed up the order. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5, number 1. I really enjoyed Volume 5 with Nick Spencer, who's now leaving Marvel Comics. This is the first appearance of Kindred, who is an antagonist throughout Volume 5. I thought the storyline got a little complicated toward the end, but I've noticed it's really hard finding copies of this. People kind of know what it is, and I think it's because he's a newer Spider-Man villain and that there was like a long payoff. If you see this, grab it. I think this sells for between 5 and 10, which would explain why it's, you really can't find it on comic walls now. And I think at this point it's a 3-year-old book, but at this point in the volume, I think the reads are pretty fun. Maybe buy a trade paperback and check it out. It is kind of a cool story, definitely a slow burn. And those of you who've read this run, you'll know what I mean. Immortal Iron Fist 2, the second print variant. It's the first appearance of Wu Aoshi. She's the Pirate Queen, and she's also the first woman to possess the power of the Iron Fist. With this book, the regular version goes for about $8, $9. This particular version here, there's someone asking $100 on eBay. They're probably not going to get it. I've seen this sell for around $25, $30, sometimes $40. Pick it up for $2 is great. And then last book from that store, Immortal Iron Fist number 6 from the same run. This is the first appearance of Fat Cobra. He's going to be in the Hitmonkey TV show, which I'm really excited for. I really like Hitmonkey. Not really sure how Fat Cobra is going to fit in, but this book here is picking up steam as well. And then I went to a pawn shop a few weeks ago, and somehow he had comic books. Everything was $1. So Marvel Previews Dark Reign, 2 copies of that. First cameo appearance of the Dark Avengers. And then I keep tripping over copies of this book to use a Mercenot reference. West Coast Avengers. 46, first appearance of the Great Lakes Avengers. And then last but not least, a book that is plenty valuable, but I've never paid more than $1 for it. Green Lantern, number 25, first appearance of Atrocitus. So that is my comic book haul. Please, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Really excited to be back in the community. And probably won't post videos on a, multiple times a week on a multi-week basis like someone like, say, Mercenaut does, or ETA Nick, or anybody else. But definitely want to be part of the discussion, and looking forward to being part of it. So I'll just leave it there. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.